welcome back, and today by request I'm going to be doing one of these very popular anti-haul what I'm not going to buy videos, and these I think were started by Kimberly. Kimberly, did you start these? I don't know. I love watching her because she kind of pulls me back from the edge, and I think these are such fun videos to watch because they just give you a maybe more realistic perspective on what you need to have in your life, which none of this you need to have in your life. Let's be real, you don't need makeup to survive, but it's fun. And maybe some things that you can refrain from buying because you're not going to get any use out of it, or it's overpriced, or it's gimmicky. So anyway, if you have any of these products and you love them, go for it. And there is no telling with me, because I might look at something and be like, that's overhyped, or it's overpriced, or I don't need it, and turn around in a month or two and try it out and really like it. So again, this is just what I'm not going to buy right now. First product I want to talk about, high-end contour kits. And I'm not hating on these brands, the Kat Von D Shade and Light, the Anastasia Beverly Hills. I mean, I'm sure they're beautiful products, but for $40 for a product where I'm only going to use 2 or 3 of those products, I just feel like it's a waste of money. Unless I'm going out and doing weddings or makeup artistry is my job, which it's not, I just feel like it's unnecessary. And on top of that, I feel like there's such good options in the drugstore for like $5 or $6. Elf makes great contour kits. City Color, Profusion, great contour kits, and they're like $5 and $6. So that's just something I feel like I don't need. Let's talk about some lipsticks that I'm not gonna buy. The new Urban Decay Vice lipsticks. I just don't feel the need. I just feel like you don't need to spend $20 or $30 on a higher end lipstick when you can go to Maybelline or Milani and get such awesome quality. And the new colors that they're coming out with, like Maybelline, the new bolds, they are coming out with some awesome colors. So it's not like you don't have the option to go and get some fun, funky colors at the drugstore. Hard Candy makes some. You know, Maybelline makes some. It just they're everywhere. So why drop 20 or 30 bucks? Because you're paying for packaging at this point, I feel like, and the name. You know, and I love Urban Decay, but I don't need a $20 or $30 lipstick from Urban Decay. Another brand of lipsticks I feel like are really fall into the category of everybody on YouTube raves about them, so they become this really hot must-have product. And I feel like that's Gerard lipsticks. I'm just not interested. I think they're way overpriced, and I just don't see the need to spend that much money on lipstick. And if you do, and if you love them, like I said, that's awesome. I just feel like they fall into that category of super overhyped. Everybody on YouTube loves them. You have to have them because they're obsessed kind of product. And I'm just not convinced. Another product that I feel like really falls into that category is the Morphe 35O palette. That palette is so freaking hyped up, and I don't know why. And I'm not saying it's expensive. It's not. It's relatively, I think it's like what, under 25 bucks? But there are warm neutral palettes everywhere. And I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like it's unnecessary. And again, I'm never going to tell somebody not buy eyeshadows because we all know I have a problem. Just for me, I feel like, yeah, it's a good warm neutral palette, but I think I'm just turned off by the fact that it's so overhyped. And I think I'm turned off even more by the fact that Morphe has now come out with a 35O matte and a 35O shimmer. I just feel like that's lazy and not very, I don't know. There's something that just leaves a bad taste in my mouth as far as that's concerned. So I don't know. Again, these are just my thoughts popping into my head when I talk about this, and that's just why I'm not drawn to that palette. I don't know what else to say about that. I just feel like coming out with the palette, and they realized how hyped up and in demand it was, and I appreciate they didn't jack up the price on it, but then to come out with a matte and a shimmer version, like I said, I just feel like that's lazy. It's just lazy. Another palette that I am not gonna buy, which is weird because I collect Urban Decay eyeshadow palettes, the Allison Wonderland palette. I'm just not, there's something about it that just doesn't look like, I don't know, the packaging. I have one of those old book, you know, kind of drawer packages. I have like the Shadow Book 4 Redux, and I just never use it because the packaging is so bulky. It's a $60 palette. I mean, for the Book of Shadows 4 Redux that I have, I paid $24 for it. If that palette was $24, I'd probably buy it. But the fact that it's $60 and it's got that old clunky packaging, and I just feel like it's been done before. I feel like a lot of those colors, there's nothing in that palette that really stands out to me and says, this is inspirational and new and you need to have this. Plus I've seen, you know, just seeing swatches of it, I'm just not impressed enough to go out and drop $60 on that palette. But I love Urban Decay. I love Urban Decay. But that one, just, nah. Another product that I feel like is really super hyped up and I don't quite understand why, and unless you're a makeup artist, and those are the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kits. Now, if they were broken up into, here are some highlighters for, you know, lighter skins, here are some highlighters for medium skins, here are some highlighters for deeper skins, I would be all about that. But I'm not going to go and spend $40 for a highlighting palette where I can use one, maybe two of the highlighters. That just doesn't make any sense to me. Again, if you're a makeup artist, I totally understand why you do that. But if I'm, you know, and I've gone in and looked at them and they're beautiful and they're gorgeous and they're great quality, but the fact that they are just, there's too many deeper shades that I'm not going to use in that palette, it's just a waste of my money. And again, I do like some cheaper products that are like that, like the Profusion Studio, what are they called? The Profusion Makeup Case highlighting palette, but it's only $8. So if I don't use all of those shades, I'm not hurting about it. You know what I mean? They would rework those palettes and do like light, medium, dark. I'd be all about it. But right now it's just wasted product that I'm not going to use. Last thing I want to talk about in this video, I'm trying to make it as short and sweet as possible. Mink lashes. I don't get it. I don't get spending $30 or $40 for lashes. And maybe that's just, or even $20. I don't know. It just, they're beautiful and I love looking at them, but I feel like I can go to Walgreens or Walmart or CVS or, you know, the Beauty Max down the street and find really cool lashes that give me the same kind of effect that I can use 5, 6, 7 times and that are like $2 or $3 a pop instead of 20 or 30. I just don't get it. It's just not my thing. You know, and again, I might get a pair one day and fall in love, but I just think there's so many awesome, inexpensive lash brands that are easy to use where if you mess up with them, it's not going to be the end of the world. Where if I were to have a bad lash day and mess up a pair of brand new $30 mink lashes, I would be pissed at myself. So anyway, I'm a cheap lash store hoe. What can I say? Alright everybody, so those are just some products that I am not going to be buying. So let me know if you like this video. Let me know what products you aren't going to be buying, or if you have any of the products that I mentioned and you absolutely love them, because I would love to hear. But I hope you guys have an amazing day, have a rocking week, and I'll see you next time guys. Bye.